Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today we're talking about increased cost of compliance, and we're really talking about Nashville, Tennessee. You see, in late March, Nashville, Tennessee had some flood claims and some flooding damage. It's caused some major damage to houses in Nashville and the surrounding areas. So what happens is when these claims are handled, you have this thing called increased cost of compliance. This is generally available to two types of customers. We're talking about people with substantial damage, and we're talking about people with repetitive lost properties. Let's talk about substantial damage first. These are people who generally have more than 50% of market value worth of damage from a flood event. Repetitive loss may be people who have had at least 2 or 3 flood losses within any 10-year given period. Now let's talk about maybe the challenge of Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee is one of the hottest housing markets in the country. You know, housing costs can be through the roof in Nashville, especially right now in the spring and the summertime, as market values are really peak, which can cause a major problem with you trying to get increased cost of compliance if you don't meet that 40 to 50% of the market value worth of damage. We just had a customer in Nashville that had over $100,000 worth of damage. When he bought his house last year, he purchased it for $250,000. Pretty close there on that substantial damage. The problem is now the resale value is $370,000. So they weren't able to get the increased cost of compliance. So it's really important to understand this, but it's also important to understand why you might be denied for your increased cost of compliance in Nashville. It's important to understand market value and how it can impact things like increased cost of compliance. Remember, increased cost of compliance is there to help you maybe relocate a property, maybe even demolish, or simply to elevate a property up so it doesn't flood again. Now, if you've got questions about how to obtain this coverage on your flood insurance policy, click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risks like this right here, your flood insurance, and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.